When I say I'm ready, I need y'all to look, when I communicate, I need y'all to pay attention. So when I say I'm ready, I'm ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I need everybody to remain on mute. Oh, that's the deputy. Hey, deputy. I shut it down. He's not ready. I shut it down because the attorneys were ignoring my text messages. So I shut down the breakout room. So now I'm going to reopen the breakout room and I'll send the jail back to the breakout.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All right. Everyone that I send a prompt to, please rejoin the breakout room. Everyone that I send a prompt to, please rejoin the breakout room. Mr. DeLuca, I'll send you back to the waiting room, or I'll put you in the waiting room. I need Ms. Teal to join the breakout room. Ms. Teal, join the breakout room. I'm ready on King. Okay. Ma'am, come this way. These are case numbers 21444620 and 1944300601, the people of the state of Michigan versus Marquita Sakil King. Defendant is charged in each case with one count of assault or assault and battery, and today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is on behalf of the people, number 83505.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Marquita King. Ms. King, ma'am, please tell the judge your full name.
Marquita Sakil King. Today's the day set for pretrial conference as to each matter how we proceed.
behalf of Ms. King, Your Honor, I believe the complainant's presences were required this morning. If they are not present, we're moving that each matter be dismissed, Your Honor.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, so it is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference with respect to both cases. And I don't see the complainant, Ms. Shaniqua Ewing and Ms. Sandra Newberry in the waiting room by the office. I don't have an explanation as to why the complainant witnesses are not present as they were required to appear. And the people will not be able to proceed based on the complainant witnesses failure to appear for today's pretrial conference as required by the court. I don't understand. But it's so weird. I'm sorry. Where did you? Yeah, these were two. There's some, it should be on my desk, on my agenda. So, and then you should be like in this binder thing that I have right here. It should be some yellow, and the red line is like more over to here.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It might be one on my desk, but. Thank you, just no way. Okay.
I believe what the people said, because I was talking to the planning.
Excuse us, please, Your Honor.
Ma'am, come back. Hurry up and put that phone on silent and come back. What are you doing?
Phone is broke.
Well, then turn it off. I'm gonna recall this case. Let's go to something else. Okay. Ma'am, stop talking. Let's not do it. I'm ready on 8. Avery's not ready. I'm ready on. Ma'am, stop talking. Officer Grass, tell her I said, get back in here. I'm ready on McQueen. No, I don't want her to wait in here there. This is regular court. I'm ready on McQueen. I didn't say I was ready to. I'm ready on McQueen.
Ready on the queen, Your Honor.
Let's be clear, court is in session. Court is in session. While court is in session, all electronic devices must be placed on silent or vibrate. There's no talking, no eating, no drinking, no sleeping, no gum chewing. Court is in session. And clearly, there's plenty of room in the courtroom. Everyone who is here for courtroom 339 should be sitting in courtroom 339. Mr. McQueen, please start your video. Make sure you are stationary. seated in an upright position and ready to attend court. This is case number 23-445-5201. The people of the state of Michigan versus Terrence Ralph McQueen. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Brenner on behalf of the people, the complainant witness is present in the waiting room, Madam Mayor.
You may.
Thank you. And I have the complainant witness present via Zoom this morning. Mr. Claiborne, can you start your camera, unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please?
Brian Claiborne.
Thank you, Mr. Claiborne.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Terrence McQueen. Mr. McQueen, sir, please say your full name.
Terrence McQueen.
Thank you, Mr. McQueen. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference and the complaining witness is present. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McQueen will continue his plea of not guilty. We ask that this matter be set for a final pretrial conference, and we do request discovery.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. McQueen. I will set the matter for final pretrial conference. Thursday, May 2nd. At 9:00 a.m. Discovery should be submitted to the defense by April 2nd. Bond will continue with no contact with the witness. Mr. Claiborne, you have appeared today, sir, and therefore you're not required to appear on May 2nd, but you may appear if you want to. As a complaining witness, you may appear at all scheduled court appearances. Anything further with respect to Mr. McQueen?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. McQueen. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, then, gentlemen, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Stevenson, I'm sorry, I should have, oh, she's in with her now, and is she gonna change their name from Ms. Till? Ms. Ritter said Till is a transfer. Mr. Flanagan, can you call and see if they want to come over now? Can they come over now? Why are you saying sorry?
According to the complainant witness, there was a formal dedication.
Ms. Ritter, tell not Ms. Ritter, and I'm looking dead at Ms. Stevenson and calling your name. Tell Ms. Hall to come on out. So
Okay,
I can send them next door.
okay.
Okay. Then I'll do, you can give me the final one. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do, Mays. I'll do Mays, and then I'll send Teal next door, and then I'll double back to King. Ms. Stevenson and Ms. Ritter, are you, I will ask somebody to do 5 things. 36, ban and forget, okay?
And
Approach. Come around this side over here. All right. Oh, what happened to your complaining witness on Teal? I don't either, you had to call them, because I'm getting ready to send this Teal next door. Did you have a phone number? I couldn't see if I had this. All right, good morning, Ms. Teal, well, let me.
Good morning.
Let me call the case, this is case number, 244415401, the people versus Latoria Teal, defendant. Oh, well, it's just an arraignment anyway. That's what it says on the document. Yeah. Defendant is charged with malicious destruction of property, and today they said on arraignment. Appearances, please. For the record, Your Honor, Christina Brenner on behalf of the people. Maybe this iPhone is your witness. Go ahead, Ms. Hall.
Good morning, Your Honor. Vakidia Hall on behalf of Latoria Teal. May you state your full name for the record? Latoria Denise Teal.
All right, today is the day for an arraignment, and the complainant was here, but we'll see if this iPhone is complaining. Nonetheless, Ms. Teal, I do understand from the people that this is a transfer to Judge Garrett. Call them back and let them know it's just scheduled for arraignment today. They want me to just do the arraignment and then schedule it for pre-trial. Can the person on the iPhone unmute and state your name?
Demetrius Howard.
Is this your witness? Yes. Okay. On this case?
Yes.
And tell them the complainant is here too, though, already, the complainant is here. But I can do the arrangement if they want me to. Mr. Howard, start your camera now. Okay, all right. Mr. Howard, White, you had on that hat when you was in the breakout room?
No, I ran outside.
Oh, okay. Listen, well, let's put it on the record. Ms. Ritter, you indicated that this should be transferred to next door.
Correct, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Howard in the breakout room. He indicated to the people that there was a former dating relationship between the parties.
All right, Ms. Stevenson, do you have any reason to say that that's not true?
Your
I-
Honor, that is my understanding as well.
Not even on the record. I mean, Ms. Stevenson, not even on the thing. Ms. Hall, I'm sorry. Ms.
Yes, Your
Hall.
Honor, that's my understanding as well.
Okay, then, I am sending this case next door to Judge Austin Garrett, and he is expecting you both to log in, to go ahead and log in, even though today is the day set for arraignment. So Mr. Howard, let me ask this question. When you logged into the Zoom, did you use my name or my Zoom ID number? Y'all doing a lot of movement and it's just driving me
Use the
crazy.
ID number.
I'm literally getting like dizzy. Ms. Teal, you got yourself sideways. You don't, I need you to stop doing whatever it is you're doing and focus on me. Just stabilize your device and focus on me. All right, Mr. Howard, you said you used the Zoom ID number.
I believe so.
Ms. Teal, did you use the Zoom ID number or did you click on my name?
I went on the org. I clicked on your name.
All right, so you can go back, Ms. Teal, you can go back to the website and click on Judge Austin Garrett's name. There are two Garretts. Click on the man Garrett, not Ruth Garrett, but Austin Garrett. Mr. Howard, if you use the Zoom ID number, just change the 9 to an 8. Where you see the 9, change it to an 8. And that's the same Zoom ID number, and they're waiting for both of you to log in next door. Okay? You're welcome. Okay. I let the wrong person in. Hold on. Right quick. All right, I'm ready on Mays, and then I'll be ready again on King. I need, okay, yes, thank you. Okay. These are case numbers 22-447-4001. The people of the state of Michigan versus Adam Eugene Mays II. In that case, the defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Also, case number 20-443-3301. And in that case, the defendant is charged with driving while license suspended, revoked. Suspended, revoked, and you telling me one of these thick files is for driving while license suspended, revoked, and as to each matter, today is the day set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, I have the complaining witness with respect to case number ending in 474, present via Zoom. Mr. Haddad, unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Mason Haddad.
Good morning.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Adam Mays. Mr. Mays, sir, please say your first, middle, and last names.
Adam Eugene Mays, Your Honor.
Thank you. And are you Adam Eugene Mays the second?
Sorry about that. Yes, Your Honor. I am the second.
That's fine. All right, today's the date set for pretrial conference as to both matters. Ms. Stevenson, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Mays will continue his plea of not guilty in each matter. Request that both matters be scheduled for final pretrial conference, Your Honor, and I am acknowledging receipt of discovery.
The court continues a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Mays, and I will set the matter for both matters for final pretrial conference. Only because it's 2 cases, otherwise I would give a final pretrial on that. Only driving my license suspended, but I will set both matters for final pretrial May 2nd at 9 o'clock. Mr. Haddad, you're not required to appear on May 2nd since you've appeared today. However, if you want to, you may appear. You can come each time, but you're not required to. If you don't appear, then you should contact the prosecutor's office to find out when the next court date is and whether your appearance is required. Anything further with respect to Mr. Mays?
Not for the people that are saying.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Mays. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, gentlemen, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank
You
you,
too,
Your Honor.
Adam.
God bless you, Your
Thank
Honor.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Pitts. It looks like you were able to connect to audio and video, so I'm gonna send you to the breakout room. Do I need to send her? You all didn't finish talking.
No, she needs a breakout room, please, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna send you to the breakout room now. There's gonna be a prompt. It's gonna appear on your screen. And just click join, accept to join, okay? And there she is, she got it. Awesome. Now, why is Miss T? Click back on my name. Okay, let's see. It's for you in person because the trial is on. Yeah. Well, I'm good, and I gotta talk. Ms. Till, I'm confused by your reappearance to my courtroom. You're supposed to click on.
I pressed on the, I did, and it brought me back to this one.
No, you couldn't have clicked on Judge Austin Garrett. It wouldn't bring you to me. Okay, she left, because she did. Okay. I'm ready to recall, Marquita King. These are case numbers 214446201 and 194430601. The people of the state of Michigan versus Marquita Shaquille King. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery as to each case at today's date set for pretrial conferences. Appearances again, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Marquita King. Ms. King, ma'am, please say your full name.
Marquita Shaquille King.
Thank you. Today is the day set for pretrial conferences. And before we proceed, I'll just share a little interesting fact. I had clicked on this email that I got this morning from the Supreme Court of Office. And it was they were asking us to do a survey regarding, virtual court proceedings. And then there was a part of the survey that I didn't get a chance to finish because it was taking longer than I thought. And they asked about the the Zoom proceedings, then they asked questions about live streaming, how we thought that it was helping improve or, not improve certain things. Then they asked about in-person proceeding. And then one of the things they asked about in-person proceeding, like it was a comparison, like, have you been part of the, I think they were trying to this survey is supposed to try to get a feel for, are people ruder in person or on Zoom? Do people feel more free to say whatever they want to say on Zoom proceedings or in person? And for the most part, I was saying that on Zoom, they felt more free to act out. Now I have to go back and change my answer. But anyway, and I didn't see a question about when the people act out in person, what do you do? I didn't see that question. But it could be on there because I didn't finish the survey. So I'm wondering, after I finish this particular case, what my answer to that question is going to be. All right. Today's the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding again?
Your Honor, thank you so much. First of all, I would just offer some context for the court. And on behalf of Ms. King, Your Honor, I would just want the court to understand that her frustration is really attributable to the fact that she is experiencing a lot of difficulty due to these cases moving, having been brought to this point, Your Honor. It's caused her a lot of problems, which the dismissal would alleviate. So
I apologize. Let me interrupt you and ask you this. And how have I contributed to those frustrations?
You haven't contributed to that frustration. I haven't contributed to that frustration. Nobody in this room has contributed to that frustration. And it's up to Ms. King, and she realizes this, Your Honor, to bring this matter to its lawful conclusion so that she can move forward. We are moving for dismissal. And I do hope that the court would grant the motions just so that she can move past this. This court hasn't done anything to Ms. King. Ms. King and I have been able to work very, 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 very well together, even up to this point and past this point, I'm sure. So I'm asking the court to, I'm apologizing on behalf of Ms. King, and I am asking for this.
And Ms. Ritter, what was your response?
Your Honor, with respect to both cases, I did not see the defendant witness in the waiting room by their names, Ms. Shaniqua Ewing and Ms. Sandra Leary. The people don't have an explanation. This is the second schedule of the pretrial conference, and the court did require both complaining witnesses to appear. And at this time, Your Honor, we will not be able to proceed based on complaining witnesses to appear for today's pretrial conference that they were required by the court.
I appreciate your statement and I accept an apology, but I don't agree with that. That's her frustration. She seemed like she's just a rude person because her phone rang. Well, first of all, ever since she's been sitting in the courtroom, her whole attitude has sucked. I assumed that perhaps something happened to her this morning that put her in a bad mood. Well, in the middle of me speaking, literally in the middle of me speaking, you're gonna ask your lawyer, can I speak so I can tell her? In the middle of me speaking. You didn't wait till I finished. You didn't wait till I said anything further. Literally in the middle of me speaking.
I don't know what I've done to this lady.
I don't know what you did to this lady either, but this lady gonna send you back there if you call me this lady again. Okay, I'm gonna recall the case again, Ms. Stevenson. Ms. Stevenson, I'm gonna recall the case again.
It's crazy, like, every time I'm in the courtroom, she always got an issue with me.
I'm
What
gonna
is
recall
going
the
on?
case.
I'm not
We're gonna
understanding.
put her back in the back for a minute.
This shit is crazy. It's
And
like
if she
a
cursed one
personal
more time, if
hatred.
she cursed. Ms. Hall, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready on. Leah. All right, this is case number 234579001, the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Deshawn Liati. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Michael Liati. Sir, may you state your full name for the record?
Michael Deshawn Liati.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we are requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant, and if the court is not inclined to dismiss the case at this juncture, we have no objection to an adjourned pretrial requiring the complainant to appear.
Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, I don't see the complainant witness, Mr. Devon Taylor, in the waiting room by that name. However, it is scheduled as a first-time pretrial conference, Your Honor. I respectfully ask the court to adjourn the pretrial conference and give the complainant witness one more opportunity to appear before the court.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal, grant the people's request for an adjournment, giving an opportunity for them to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I am going to set the matter for We're just gonna set the matter for April the 18th at 8:36. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complaining witness should not appear or should not be required to appear, could not appear, or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, may I address bond?
You may.
Mr. Liadi is on an alcohol tether. He's been on the tether since January of this year. He's had no violations. It's our belief that he,
Hold on, let me interrupt you. You say he's on an alcohol tether.
yes.
Okay, well, does he have an alcohol case?
No.
Somebody needs to check that for me. I'm not gonna even, somebody needs to check that for me. As to why he's on the alcohol tether.
That's that.
Ms. Hall, I need you to investigate that for me, but I'm gonna take a recess. Stop for-
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I can't hear you over the screaming.
I said we're gonna take a brief recess. I wanna be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Hall, thank you, we're ready. Okay, we're back on the record with, and I forgot how to pronounce your name, so please forgive me, but, so Ms. Stevenson, having had an opportunity to review, I think the investigator's report indicated to the court off the record, because I couldn't, unmute the court at that time, indicated to the court that, that the, police investigator's report indicates that Mr., pronounce your last name for me.
Liotti, Michael Liotti.
Mr. Liotti is, was severely intoxicated, and that, that could have caused, and probably caused the magistrate to put him on alcohol tether. So now I'll entertain your motion, go ahead. Ms. Hall?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you hear anything I just said?
I did not.
Okay. I said Ms. Stevenson had an opportunity to review the investigator's report, and apparently at the time of the alleged incident, the police indicated that Mr. Liotti was severely intoxicated, which probably was the reason that the magistrate put him on an alcohol tether. And so now I'll entertain your motion.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. So according to what you stated and according to the investigator's report, it did indicate that it appeared that he was intoxicated. He has not had any violations on the alcohol tether, and he does not have an alcohol problem. We are asking that the alcohol tether be removed.
Your Honor, so according to the investigator's report, this incident happened at the Family Dollar. The victim is actually the manager of the Family Dollar. It's alleged that Mr. Liotti is a frequent visitor at that Family Dollar and causes several disturbances at that Family Dollar. On this particular incident, it's alleged that Mr. Liotti came to the Family Dollar highly intoxicated. He started a disturbance. They asked him to leave, and at that point, allegedly, Mr. Liotti got into a pushing, shoving match with the manager at the Family Dollar. So according to that information from the investigative report, the people are asking the court to keep the alcohol tether imposed as part of a bond condition. If the court is inclined to remove the alcohol tether, I'm gonna ask the court an alternative to impose a random urinalysis test at least twice a month for Mr. Liotti.
The court just had an opportunity to itself read the investigator's report. I find it, quite, parallel to what the court just experienced in person. What's described in this investigator's report is parallel to what the court just experienced in person. And, let me make sure that I don't have any report. Can you call probation and find out who's monitoring Mr. Liotti's tether, alcohol tether? All right, I'm gonna recall the case. I'm gonna find out which probation officer is monitoring the, this particular alcohol tether to make sure there are no violations, and then if there are no violations, I will, make my decision, I'll make a particular decision. I mean, I know which way I'll go if there are no violations. But I can just let you know, even if I remove the alcohol tether, he is gonna test. I am gonna have him test.
Okay,
So
thank you.
I'll put him back in the waiting room and then I'll see what probation says. All right, I'm ready on. Well, Ms. Hall, I guess I should ask you, are you ready on everything that's in the waiting room? What happened to the jail? I see the jail there, but I wonder if it's the same jail. Let's see. Oh, no, Jack.
The jail is
Yeah,
the jail is
on
still in the breakout room, but the deputy was supposed to be getting them out.
Okay, let me see. I'll try to bring them out. So this is a new jail right here. I'll put this jail person in the breakout room. All right, so then I'm ready on Evans. Let's do, okay, this is, case number 234523301, the people of the state of Michigan versus Steve Evans, and the defendant has been brought before the court on a tether violation. The defendant is charged with retail fraud, second degree. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, and Judge, on the tether violation report, it's listed two different cases.
Okay, yes, and then there's also. Okay, case number 234523301 and 234538001. And both, one of them says retail fraud, second degree, and one is assault or assault and battery. The way they have it listed, I don't know which one is which, but, appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rikidia Hall on behalf of Steve Evans. Sir, may you unmute and state your full name for the record?
Steve Evans.
All right, all right, Ms. Hall, I've had an opportunity to review the tether violation report. And and I know Mr. Evans looked familiar to me. He was here on a tether violation last year. He was here on a tether violation last year. Okay, so Ms. Hall.
Your Honor, it appears that the tether violation report is not specifically alleging that Mr. Evans was at a location specifically that he was not supposed to be, but that he was included in the zone, which is pretty widespread. He was on a completely different street, visiting a friend, and even the gas station attendant indicated that, he was okay. There had been no disturbances or no issues. So we are asking that you find that there is no violation because he was not attempting to attend or patronize or enter the zone specifically that he was excluded from going to. He was in an area that's on a completely different street visiting a friend, and there had been no allegations of an actual violation for the subject property or the complainant.
Deputy,
Yes, Your Honor.
is it possible for me to get Sergeant Spencer or someone from the tether unit to come on and explain the exclusion zone to me?
Yes, ma'am. Let me get with Sergeant Toho to get them on for you.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm gonna recall this case as well because that, I need clarification then of how wide the exclusion zone is, and if it needs modifying, then I will modify it, but if it's small enough, I'm not gonna modify it because he keeps violating it. So, let's see, I might modify it though.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Probation that we receive from the magistrates about the alcohol subject, so they don't have to.
So, what do you? Yes.
So it should have after he was ordered to be on the tether, they should have sent referrals to probation, and also monitored.
Okay, so call. Okay. Then call the manager. How do I know where to get that hotel? Like, yeah, so, or call, I don't know, the lead clerk, call and ask her, when they go, how do they get the, like, how do I know who to contact is?
Okay.
All right. So I'll put Mr. Evans back in the breakout room for a minute. I mean, in the waiting room, so. All right, are you ready? Are you ready on all the plus signs, or do I need to ask you some specifics?
I am ready on all of the plus signs for the pre-trials.
Okay. And then even though I said what I was gonna do on that other case, I have to go back on the record with it, but outside of the record. Because I never said it on the record. I'm ready on Graham. This is case number 234518201, the people versus Tajane Graham. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Tajane Graham. Ma'am, may you unmute and state your full name for the record?
Tajane Graham.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we're requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant, and if the court is not inclined to dismiss the matter at this time, we have no objection to an adjourned pretrial requiring the complainant to appear.
Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, I don't see the complainant with Ms. Jasmine Otis in the waiting room. However, it is scheduled as a first-time pretrial conference. I respectfully ask the court to adjourn the pretrial conference and give Ms. Otis one more opportunity to appear before the court.
The court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal, grant the people's request for a one-time adjournment, giving them an opportunity to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I'm setting the matter for April 18th at 8:36. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complainant could not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, then we're all set. Ms. Brown, until April 18th, have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
So tonight, that she was on probation, she's on probation. And the girl that, like, for, so tonight, she can, for, calendar that day. So that's okay.
Okay, the man. They got him. I'm ready on Mattis. This is case number 234574501. People versus Alexander James Mattis. Defendant is charged with malicious destruction of property. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Are you hesitating?
The sidebar, the investigation helped you about the officer on case, he probably affected it.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that's fine. Okay, Ms. Hall?
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Alexander Mattis. Sir, may you state your full name for the record?
Alexander James Mattis.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we are requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant, and if the court is not inclined to dismiss the matter at this time, we have no objection to an adjourned pretrial requiring the complainant to appear.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, I don't see the complainant witness in the waiting room. However, Your Honor, it is scheduled as a first-time pretrial conference. I respectfully ask the court to adjourn this pretrial conference and give the complainant witness one more opportunity to appear.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The court is going to deny defense counsel's motion to dismiss and grant the people's request for a one-time adjournment, giving them an opportunity to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I am setting the matter for April the 18th at 8:36. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear. She not down there?
She just got through talking to us. So I thought I was gonna meet her back up here. She must still be downstairs.
Okay. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complainant could not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing for Mr. Mattis.
All right, Mr. Mattis, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. I'm ready on Avery. This is case number 146123201, the people versus Adrian Avery. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Adrian Avery. Sir, may you unmute and state your full name for the record?
Lieutenant, hold on
Thank
one
you,
second.
Avery.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we are requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant, and if the court is not inclined to dismiss the matter, we have no objection to an adjourned pretrial requiring the complainant to appear.
Ms. Ritter?
So actually, Your Honor, the court did arraign this matter back on January 30th and set a pretrial conference for today, requiring the complainant witness to be present. I don't see the complainant witness, Ms. Brianna Hampton, in the waiting room by that name. And I don't have an explanation as to why Ms. Hampton is not present. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complainant witness's failure to appear for the pretrial conference as required by this court.
Mr. Avery, can you sit up for me? Oh, okay. All right, so today is the day set for pretrial. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. The people have no explanation. they are unable to proceed, the court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Sir, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lieutenant and Ms. Stevenson. Yes, ma'am. All right, good morning, Ms. Burton.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Right, okay, I thought I brought. I haven't updated my client, but, oh, okay. Okay, Ms. Burton, I do have a report that I did not send to you. But it's fairly decent. It's fairly good. It's not anything that we have to be concerned about. So did you want to proceed?
Yes, Judge, it's just a review, and he's explained to me
Yes.
that he just has one more thing to take care of, so we can proceed.
Well, this says he has 3, but I'll proceed and let you know what they say. Okay,
Okay.
this is number 20452980, the People versus David Burton III. Defendant is charged with operating while visibly impaired. And today is a day set for review. Your appearance, Ms. Burton?
Yes, again, good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Delphia Burton appearing on behalf of David Burton III.
And Mr. Burton, the third, please state your name.
David Burton III.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good morning. Today is the day set for review, and Mr. Burton was placed on a 12-month probation in August. The report indicates that he is on track. He is doing things that he needs to do, but according to this report, and he may have done a couple of these, and probation didn't get the proof, but this was sent to me yesterday at 1:57 p.m., this update. And it says that he still has to complete the driver's improvement program and the victim impact panel, and then he still has his, looks like his full court balance of $1,470. Does that sound right, or did he think he completed something that I read?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you all hear me? I'm sorry. Can you all hear me?
I'm sorry.
It blacked out for a moment. It went blank for a moment.
Oh, okay, let me repeat it. I said, according to probation, he's on track, he's doing fine, but he still has to complete the driver's improvement program, the victim's impact panel, and it looks like he has the full balance of the $1,470. And then I'm asking, does that sound right, or do you think you completed something? And this report was sent to me yesterday afternoon.
As far as the balance, yes. I know I haven't completed the MAD. I think it's the MAD.
Right. The MAD Victims Impact Panel. Yes.
Yes.
And then what about the improvement program?
I don't know about the improvement program. Last thing I was told that I needed to do was the substance abuse evaluation.
No, you already did the substance abuse evaluation. So let's do this. Let's continue. Let me ask this question, Ms. Burton. How long? He does have a balance of $1,470. How does he need the remainder of the probation to pay that?
When can you have it paid, Mr. Burton?
I will try to have it paid within the next couple of months.
Okay.
Well, let's just do this. Well, I can continue to the final review date, because we have a final review in the system, which would be in August, or I could give you a review probably in May. Do you want to come back in May and see if you can get discharged, or you want to just go to August?
Yes, ma'am.
May?
In May.
May.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. And then ask Ms. Tucker, your probation officer, ask her about the driver's improvement program. It's online, so ask her about it. But let's go to, Are All right, my latest date I can give you in May is May 17th. Otherwise, we would have to jump over to the first week of June.
No, May 17th is fine.
May 17th.
Okay. All right, we'll continue to May 17th at 10 o'clock. Anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much, and he'll get those completed.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right. You're
Okay,
welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Any word on Mr. Okay. All right, let's go. Are we ready on the trial? You all are ready on the trial?
Fence is ready.
Okay, well, let's move swiftly through these. All right, I'm ready on, did I do? I did 8. Yes. All right, then I'm ready on, Perry, Pitts, and Stevenson. Actually, I'm gonna do Perry, Stevenson in that order. Oh, yes. Mhm.
Attorney Mitchell, said she's in the waiting room. She said she's still trying to get in contact with her client.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Good morning, Judge.
Are you here to answer my question, or are you here to direct me to someone who can? And I don't know that I was specific enough. Oh, wait, which one is this? Okay, yes. Are you able to answer my question, or are you gonna get me someone who can about thank you, Ms. Ritter. The exclusion zone for the tether?
Well, what's your question, Judge? I can answer you.
So, Mr. Evans, I'm referring specifically to Steve Evans. I was looking at the register of action, and I don't see any language from the magistrate about the exclusion zone. So I'm looking at the register and I see that he can't go to the Citgo gas station on his retail fraud case. I think that's the retail fraud. And then he can't go to the complaining witness's address on the assault and battery case. He has 2 reported violations, and they are both reporting exclusion zone violations. And his attorney, I'm gonna bring him in so he can hear what I'm saying. His attorney is saying like that he was at a friend's house, and I guess that is in the exclusion zone. So what I'm asking is, what does the exclusion zone, what type of radius is the exclusion zone? So I can see if I need to draw that in for him.
Okay, I do know this. The exclusion zone can be like a single dwelling, a single house. What they do is they just drop a big circle around the house. Now, sometimes when you have a neighbor that, like, say, you got the neighbor, you can't go around the neighbor or something, or across the street, it'll mess with the zone. But how far a distance are we talking about? Are we talking about a street or 2, or how?
Well, and it didn't say, so I'm looking at the, it didn't tell me that, so that's a part of my problem. So, the incident report, all it says is that they received a call from the monitoring stating that the subject had 2 exclusion zone alerts. And then it said they went to, both of the specific locations.
Okay.
And each person, the gas station and then the individual complaint witness said they hadn't seen Mr. Evans, they didn't have any contact with Mr. Evans. But this report didn't tell me what that meant that he was in the exclusion zone. So if I say he just cannot go to those addresses,
That's correct.
Will that narrow it down and keep him from getting exclusion zone violations?
That would be correct. If you get to, so I take it he can't go to the gas station and he can't go to the complainant. Is that where we're getting at?
Yes,
Okay, so let's put the address down, put them back out on Tether, and then put no contact with whoever at the gas station address and no contact with whoever at the other house address. And what they'll do is they'll put a circle around that house and that gas station, and those will be the zones. I mean, they can tighten it up, Judge. They can put it up in there. It's probably just defaulting to a broader area, which is just, I mean, these days we gotta be extra careful, so.
Yeah, and I understand, and thank you. So, and then I'll just try to shoot an email to the magistrates so they can do that. Okay, so Mr. Evans, I am going to, dismiss the tether violation. And then but you're still on tether right now, okay? You're still on tether. If it was just a retail fraud case, I wouldn't keep on the tether, but
Yeah,
yes, sir.
the retail fraud case, I believe that one's been closed out, hasn't it?
I don't think so. Mr. Flanagan, does he still have the 2 open cases?
Because there was retail fraud and it was destruction of.
Oh, so I'm looking at it now. So I do see malicious destruction of property.
Right, that was closed out. I was sentenced on that case.
What 2 cases does he have on it? What's the exclusion? What should I be excluding him from?
These 2, retail fraud and assault.
Right, but it's an open retail fraud case, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's open, Judge. That's on the pretrial. Coming up on March 6th.
And that's, and who's the complaining witness?
The same complaint when it's listed in the report to be gas station.
Okay, so Mr. Evans, you
Yes.
do still have an open retail fraud case with the BP gas station. And then you have this assault and battery case. Those are the 2 that are open. You have and that retail fraud case has a pretrial conference March 6th, next week. Okay?
Okay, when is if you don't mind me asking, when is the assault court date?
No.
Looks like it's scheduled for the same.
The same day. So you need to see me on Zoom or in person on March 6th, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll see what happens with those 2 cases. So we're gonna just exclude the specific locations, which I don't think he's violated right now. I don't think he's violated that, but I'm gonna just exclude those 2 locations to make sure he's not violating that, and then we'll address it on March 6th. And so Sergeant, if there's any way possible to put him at the front of the line for another tether, because I don't think he really violated. I think the exclusion zone was just too broad.
Okay, Judge, well, just send with Flanagan the paper with his next court date to put back out on tether. And then we'll put the tether alert in there, and I'll call over there to make sure we can get.
Okay, yeah, see if he doesn't have to wait as long, because I don't really think.
For the day yet.
It ain't gonna be today, Judge, but we'll they're already pulling people for today, but we could probably
Okay, well, maybe tomorrow, Mr. Evans, hang in there with us. And I'm gonna try to get you out tomorrow on the tether, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, thank you, Sergeant.
No problem, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. When I say I am working. Yeah. Okay, okay. I'm trying to sir, be patient with me just a little bit. Okay, Perry, I'm ready on Perry. Start your video for me, and then I'm trying to get an answer on Liadi. And then we're gonna go through. Look, he's stressed out. Leave him. He's stressed. He all right. That don't look. That's what. Oh.